Hey everybody, good afternoon. Josh the RV nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. Yesterday there was 3 inches of snow accumulated on the ground, and today I'm blessed with this beautiful sunshine. And I tell you, it is incredible how a little bit of sunshine just brightens your day. Of course, a nice little trade like this doesn't hurt either. 4,385 pound open range. Nope, not open range, Mesa Ridge. Sorry, I'm probably going to do that a couple times. This is a Highland Ridge, Mesa Ridge 20 FPS. Fantastic camper. Same basic floor plan as a 2109 Rockwood, a 192 Freedom Express that we carry here. But this comes in at a conventional class and price point that is just far more attainable on the price tag side, especially in the pre-owned market like this. Now, back to the thing where I flubbed and said open range. We used to carry this exact camper, but we were an open range dealer. And in case you weren't aware, Highland Ridge makes 2 identical trailers just with different names. They make the open range and the Mesa Ridge. They're literally the same thing. In the same way that we carry a Wildwood, but a Salem's literally the same thing. We carry a Rockwood, but a Flagstaff is the same thing. Don't ever let someone try to pull the wool over your eyes. I don't mind acknowledging stuff head on here. There's plenty of good trailers out there. This is certainly one of them. The folks went out, had a great time, it treated them right. They just decided to go full timing and swapped up to a triple slide fifth wheel here with us. And this is a very nice, albeit simpler series camper. Again, most of the people who tend to build this tend to be some very nicely equipped laminate trailers like Rockwood and Freedom Express. But sometimes we don't need all the whiz bangs and widgets. Some of us just want something quiet, simple, small, and well executed to just unwind for the weekend, and that's what we're going to get here. Kind of like the Freedom Express, we've got that taller 6'9" ceiling, which will be very nice for me in the shower. You've got that privacy curtain, kind of like the Rockwood right there to close things off. And like both of them, we've got a little fold-down sleeper sofa over here so that if we do have a guest, a third person, you've got an extra body you could put over here, or maybe throw a blanket on it, put a big dog on it. Now, one of the things I really pride myself for, and a standard I hold myself to, is that if I detect something, especially on a pre-owned RV, that isn't like the way I think you would expect to see it on camera, I try to point that out. And it's a tiny thing, but even if it's minor, I still like to point it out. The folks use this RV quite a bit. Actually, they were full-timing in it for a little while when they went, we need more room or we're gonna kill each other. Which, I get that. My wife spends about 5 seconds for me, and she's like, are you sure you can't sit on the other side of the couch? And I'm like, love you, babe. You say these silly things to me all the time. I'm joking. I'm very fortunate. My wife tolerates me. It also helps she doesn't watch my channel, but I digress. This sofa's broken in, I think, is a nice way of saying it. It's not broken down. Like, visibly, you can't see where there's butt buckets where people were sitting on it and wearing it out, but I can feel it. I can feel that it's been broken in a little bit here. Again, it's a pre-owned RV. It's not brand new. It's always going to have that one thing. I would take a slightly broken sofa over a hole in the wall or a leak any day. This has been very well maintained, but it is used. You got to remember that kind of stuff when you are entering the pre-owned market. I think a lot of times we have the predication to look at a used RV and we say, well, it's new to me, so we look at it with new standards. This ain't bad, but it's not brand new. But I'm nitpicking here. I had to really go searching high and low to find anything out of the ordinary that wasn't factory fresh on this. This is solid. And taking a little page out of Rockwood's handbook, putting those sofa side stands actually on the fascia of the slide out instead of eating into the sofa space, because this is your only seating in here, short of sitting on the bed, which actually is not a bad option, but most people don't think about it. And that big window with those black shades right there, that's a nice little touch on here. It's non-centralized air, but it is a full 13,500 BTU. And on a camper this size, you're probably going to get along just fine there. Our bedroom storage arrangement is simple but effective. You got yourself a couple little closets. This is nice and wide open, though, so you don't feel really closed in when you're on that bed. Now, I'm just eyeballing it because this is a 60 by 74 short queen. The cool thing here, they did leave enough room. If you wanted to upgrade to a longer queen bed, you could do that and the slide could still close. It's going to be tight slipping through that corner if you do that. But here's another option for you. Go get like a 6-inch memory foam spacer block and just leave it up by the headboard of the bed. And when you get to your destination, just pull the mattress down, shove the spacer block in there, and then your pillow is going to organically mask that seam. And then like magic. You get a short queen for traveling or for easy daytime use, then at nighttime, you just slip it down, pull it down, pop it in, there you go. Now, it is TV ready. I don't see where the previous folks ever put a television into it. I did find all the original owner's manuals and just popped them up here so I wouldn't forget to talk about them. So that's another good indicator of an RV that's been well maintained. We've got ourselves kind of our sound bars, our primary entertainment system right here. And very similar to the Rockwood and the Freedom Express that I've mentioned. And if you're kind of curious, because I keep talking about those, if you don't know what those models are all about, I'll try to leave links to those in the video description. And if I forget, shoot me a little reminder. It says, hey, idiot, you forgot again. You know, maybe do it in nicer terms. Cracking open the kitchen storage here. It's got some pretty good storage going on. It doesn't look like the oven was used a whole heck of a lot. A couple handy drawers for some silverware space, things like that. Microwave got used a little bit, but not used up. But once again, it's a pre-owned camper. It's been used. It looks good overall. That is a 6 cubic foot gas electric two-way fridge. At the time this was made, the 12-volt fridges that we just find all over the marketplace today, they just weren't really widely readily available. I don't even know if they were being introduced into the RV business quite yet when this was first made. So that fridge that you're seeing there, a little small by today's standards, but normal by the standards at which this RV was made, which is yet another reason why it's a little less expensive than some of the other things that are out there. I tell you what, though, for such a small camper, they did that bathroom really well. Better than I would have expected for what is often considered an entry-level or price point trailer. They put some good attention into this bathroom. Smart money attention, though. They never overdid it, which is really nice. And here's what I mean. We've got decent legroom. I'm a bigger guy. Now, if you're really fluffy, it might not be shoulder and hip friendly for you there. But this is what I was talking about right here. This linen space in a stick and tin trailer's bathroom is hard to find. Now, that's something that Rockwood and Freedom Express do, again, for significantly more money that you're getting here. Now, you might notice we don't have a skylight and a power vent fan, but the power vent fan is the skylight, which once again, I think is a very smart money move right there. And usually in this class, you'll get an angular glass enclosed shower or just a shower curtain. But this has a full radius glass shower, so you actually have some elbow room in here. Nice, smart, effective features. It's really done a good job. It's done everything that it needs to, but nothing it doesn't, which is how the weight and the cost really keep in check on this one. It's a good camper. And truly, I'm impressed with the condition of the RV that I see today. It was used. It was not beat up. Personally, I'd swap the mattress out. I'm not a germaphobe, but any used RV, item number one is I'm going to take that mattress out and burn it. Number two, the sofa's a little broke in. Whatever. That's it. This thing is turnkey ready. And one of the other really cool facets of this floor plan, though, is that if we do close the slide out, which is what we're looking at right now, you can still fully operate the camper. So if you're doing what I call the Cracker Barrel test, you're pulled into one of those awesome campsites before you go get Mama's sawmill biscuit gravy breakfast or whatever. Every time I go to Cracker Barrel, by the way, I get one of those orange or grape cream sodas. And if somebody felt like sending me one of those one of the time, I certainly wouldn't be offended. Oh, those things are so good. Pure sugar. I love it. But you can use the RV. It totally functions. You lose nothing. It's 100% turtle friendly. And while I was doing that, I did notice one surface blemish in here. I'm guessing they had one of those over-the-door towel kind of coat hook hangers, and it rubbed on this door a little bit in transit. But again, that is the level of specificity that I've had to really get to find anything other than factory fresh condition on this one. Now, I've been around this one a couple times. I cannot find any significant blemishes, decals, fades, scars, and mars, or anything like that on the outside. Very nice front storage compartment on this. I noticed a little plastic trim ring around the baggage door. Probably got cold compressed a little bit and it's wanting to do this thing. A couple little staples could pop that down in place. Not the end of the world kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But true side-to-side full pass-through compartment with those extra wide and extra tall doors on both sides. Previous owners did a couple little homebrew things here. Nothing that was really invasive. One of them, though, that I like is they created a little spot for the socket to go on those four-corner stabilizer jacks to basically turn you into your own personal NASCAR pit crew driver, going putting those jacks up and down, as it were. You might notice the magnet holdbacks on that. That's a nice little feature you don't always find in a stick and tin class like this. The tinted windows are a good one. You see the power awning there. It does have lighting, and the speakers are built right into the awning arms. One thing I think is cool about that is it means that the speakers point down at your campsite. Now, if I'm being picky, I prefer white AC shrouds just because it means that the air conditioner unit doesn't soak up quite as much heat. But this is a little camper. That air conditioner is more than enough to overcome that slight potential heat deficiency. And I don't know, the black does look good up there. I will definitely give them credit for that. Power tongue jack on the front doing the lifting for us. This is a member, by the way, technically of the Jayco family. Highland Ridge, who makes this, is actually a subsidiary of Jayco. Now, what's really interesting, in severe point of technicality, Highland Ridge doesn't actually make this. This is actually made by StarCraft, who is Open Range's, I did it again. Highland Ridge's sister company. The reason that is so hard for me, by the way, is we were an Open Range dealer at Haylett RV before Open Range was acquired by Jayco and became Highland Ridge that sold Open Range products. It's messy, but that's kind of what I'm getting at here. So Jayco owns Highland Ridge, who is sister partnered with StarCraft, who actually makes these on behalf of Highland Ridge. This is actually what's kind of called a StarCraft Autumn Ridge outfitter, just with a different name. So there's actually 3 or 4 versions of this literal exact same trailer out there, just with different names on it. None are better than the other. They're made by the same people with the same materials and the same facilities. This is a very close cousin to the J-Flights that we continue to carry here at Haylett RV today. There's a few differences, like this will have an OSB roof instead of a plywood roof, but it has nearly the same roof load capacity. It is a very close counterpart that just does a couple things a little bit different, like that docking station. We didn't talk about that because I was too busy yakking. Let me teleport to the other side of the trailer. Alakazam! Okay, here we are. I do my own stunts and my own sound effects, ladies and gentlemen. Simple docking station. It's not super insulated or anything like that. You got your city water hookup, a pressurized fresh tank fill, cable TV, and a little outside utility shower. But what's neat is you have these little punch outs right here where you can keep this shut and key locked, so some little unmonitored neighbor kid can't come over and mess with your stuff with, as my dad used to say, your dirty booger pickers. He would say that all the time too. Get your dirty booger pickers off my toolbox. So if you were playing the Uncle Josh drinking game on this one and you took a shot every time I said Open Range instead of Mesa Ridge, you should probably go get your stomach pumped. That is likely not ending well for you. Old habits just die hard. But at least I have the information I can provide you on this one. And if you appreciate that kind of stuff, getting to know, like, I don't see other people doing videos on used RVs like this. If you appreciate that, the honesty, or if I see a blemish, like just the way the couch is broken down a little bit and I can feel it with my butt, but you can't see it with your eyes, hit that subscribe button. And if this ain't the right trailer for you, when the right one comes in, you're gonna know, because we don't blow smoke at you. We just shoot you straight. So take care, stay safe, have fun. Happy camping, everyone. We shoot you straight, unlike my golf game. What?